Hey Steve, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here. Now I want to start this video out. Go ahead and go over to a Google search page here. Now what I've typed in to this Google search page is what we consider to be a buyer intent keyword. So it has a lot of intent behind it for what somebody's looking for in a certain area. In this instance, a roofing company within Oklahoma City, which is going to be your guys' home base. It looks like you service in a few different states in here through, the Southwest and South. But this will be able to help you out with any area you guys are trying to service. Okay. Now, the main key here is to get on as many of these page or first pages for these different keywords as possible to increase the amount of leads that you guys can generate as a company. So the first thing we're seeing is a handful of companies here running these Google guaranteed ads. They are going to have the highest conversion rate out of any pay-per-click through Google. And they will definitely generate you leads. Now, I think when it comes to long-term lead generation, best investment wise, best ROI is going to be able to rank organically. It seems a lot more legit to a lot of people that come into a page as such. Now, you can do that two ways, through a website or through a business profile. Now, a business profile is very crucial, but it's really only going to be able to help you out within the specific area that your office is located in. So I'm just going to use Elliot as the example of three things that you can do right off the bat that's always going to help. One, with the photos. Okay, make sure you're uploading photos every single week. Make sure they're relevant, of your guys' work, before and afters, during inspections, whatever it may be. Upload those, but make sure they're geotagged. Okay, and that's just embedding the coordinates of where that photo was taken within the photo itself. Okay, and that shows Google exactly where these photos are taken and will help boost ratings within this business profile. Now, also with the bio section about the company, make sure you fill this out 100%. Okay, 750 characters within there. And then with your reviews, of course, make sure you're getting as many great reviews as possible, but also respond to these reviews. Okay, now what that tells Google is not only do you take pride in your work, but of course what also people have to say about it. Now for the website, very similar in instance of, you can rank it within the same area that your office is at, or your main your home base, but you can also target a lot of different areas with your website. Okay, and that's what's so crucial about it. So, and not to mention, if a company sees you twice on the first page, that's definitely going to help sway their option. Okay, so if we take Yates Roofing here, we're going to use them as the example or as your top competitor, at least when it comes to Oklahoma City and roofing. Now, I see you service in Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida. So you're also in the Midwest as well with Kansas there. Now, if we look at your homepage here, we really want to be able to determine with your homepage what's the main service and what is the main location. Okay, so if you're trying to rank for all these different states and all the different areas within it for a ton of different services, it's really not going to work out that well when it comes to ranking. But we can see here you're targeting Oklahoma roofing. Okay, so roofing in Oklahoma, you have the state as the whole here. So this is what your page should be tailored for. But then I would start to build out different service area pages. I build one out for each state, for each area that you guys are in within that state, so that you can really specifically target each of those areas per one page. If you try and target a bunch of different areas in one singular page of your website, it's really going to cause the effect of not being able to rank for any of them. Okay. So you need to really do research and determine which exact area and service you want to try and rank for each page. Take the guesswork out of Google's hands. Okay, tell them exactly what you want. Okay. Now, if we look at a homepage, typically content is going to be king, and this is going to go for the rest of the website as well. So you want at least a bare minimum of 500 words of content on your homepage at a bare minimum. You can go up to 2,000, but you really want to tell and do some research for the area and tell exactly where you want to be. I would say for Oklahoma, anywhere within it from the research that I've done, 500 to 1,000 seems to be the sweet spot. But in that instance, what that allows you to do is generate and produce keywords within that content. And that's going to be crucial, again, in telling Google what exactly you want to rank for. So, rule of thumb, and this goes for the entire website, typically every 150 words of content, you can place a keyword within there, okay? So, right off the bat, we're definitely going to need some content optimization, not only in the homepage, but most likely through the different service pages as well. And like I said, I would definitely be building out service area pages for all the different areas that you guys are trying to produce work within. Now, if we go take a look at Yates real quick, we can see they're tailored towards roofing in Oklahoma City. Now, they don't really have the correct amount of content on here either. So we can see even your top competitor isn't doing this at the highest level that you can either. So we already know one instance right off the bat how we can beat the top competition out. So one thing I want to use here to finish up the video is this paid program called Airfs. It's going to give me these dashboard of numbers that I can look at for both your website and Yates in this instance. So we see these two numbers here, the 1.2 and the 8. These are your strength and trust ratings that Google has for your website. And they're ranked out of 100, but typically once you hit a benchmark of 30 and above for each of these ratings, we can consider you a pretty powerful website at that point and really hard for competitors to touch. Now, you build that strength and trust through backlinks, which is simply put any clickable text or image linking one website to another, all held within these different referring domains. Now, a backlink is going to act as a thumbs up vote for your website from a different website, telling Google, hey, we trust you enough, or we trust this website enough, in this instance, you, to put them on our website, right? We believe in them. But the key here is to have authoritative domains saying this. So domains that Google already trusts, saying that they trust you, right? That's going to be a huge thumbs up in Google's eyes. Also, content wise, we can see you're indexing for under 40 keywords and bringing in only one traffic so far. So with the amount of areas that you guys are covering and the different services, remodels, windows and doors, all these different things, you guys should have tons of keywords that you guys have embedded within your content and have started an index for. Okay. So we can see your main one or your top position highest up in Google's rankings is roofing Yukon, Oklahoma. So that's a part, I guess it's a suburb of Oklahoma City. It looked like on the northwest side, which is right where your office is located at. So we can see you're right on the bottom of that first page, right on the cusp of it. So you're getting a little bit of traffic from that. But you should have a lot more of these different Oklahoma City keywords. It looks like you're having a few of them in here, but nothing's really happening position wise besides this Yukon one. And I guess Google's being able to rank you a little bit higher for that. Just noticing that this is your guys' home base, and it's taking notice of that. So you really want to be able to capitalize on a lot more keywords and capitalize on the ones that you guys currently have. Now, if we go over to Yates, we can see right off the bat their strength and trust, especially that UR, which is in both instances for your website and Yates here, referencing the home page strength and trust, and the DR is more towards the entire domain as a whole. Now, we can see they're indexing for a lot more keywords. That is because they have a blog within their website. So a blog is definitely one thing that can help you out too, because it's pushing relevant content to your website, which is huge sometimes in helping you rank within Google's eyes. But it's bringing them over 400 traffic, okay? And we can see right off the bat here, roofing Oklahoma City, that gets 200 searches per month, but they are second position, so they're right at the top of that page. So that's bringing them almost 50% of that traffic, really more towards 40%, but really average on that first page is about 10%. So once you break onto that first page, lower percentage, probably 0 to 5, mid page around 10, and anything up closer to that map pack, first, second, third position, you're going to be generating, or you're going to be converting, of that search volume, normally 25 to 30%, sometimes even 40 or 50 in the instance that we're seeing here. Now, industry standard, and here's the number that everybody cares about. Okay, well, I'm getting traffic into my website. How many of that is actually going to convert into a lead for me, right? We want more leads and we want more jobs. Well, industry standard is about 30% of the leads or traffic generated from a buyer intent keyword as such should turn into a lead for your company as long as you have the correct pages set up and funnels to get them to the correct page to reach out to you, right? So I want to be surprised for all these different keywords, Oklahoma roofer, roof repair, Oklahoma City, OKC keywords within here as well. Roofing companies, OKC, all these different keywords he's getting fair amount of traffic from. Now, this top one being the most, as we can see. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did the 30% on all these different buyer intent keywords, if he's not generating himself, 30 to 40 leads per month on average. So there's how you can see how lucrative this can be, especially for high ticket items like roofing. So, Steve, if you have any further questions or concerns, definitely feel free to reach out to me. Happy to elaborate or, answer any questions that you might have after watching this video. I tried to keep it short and sweet so I don't bore you to death. But other than that, Steve, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.